Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm working on my own nails and I thought we would have a little studio chat, and we're going to talk about nail allergies and why they seem so big in the nail industry right now. So let's get started. So I'm just gonna do my own nails. I have something I need to do. I'm gonna be using the new Hema-free Ugly Duckling acrylic liquid. I haven't used this one yet, so I wanted to try it. This isn't gonna be a review. I'm just doing my nails and we're just going to chat. But you guys can watch the process for fun. This is how my nail is prepped so far. So when we're talking about nail allergies, we're usually talking about contact dermatitis, and that is where your skin becomes sensitized after repeat exposure to a certain ingredient over time. It can happen like with anything really, but today I'm talking about nail products. Repeat exposure to nail products. Yeah, it's not usually from one single use, it's from repeating the exposure to that product. I'm also using the Ugly Duckling Prep and Primer, and this is also Hema-free? The primer's Hema-free, yeah. A big reason that we're seeing more of these nail allergies is the rise in DIY nails after 2020. Doing your own nails is super fun for sure, but it has to be done really safely. I'm going to be using obviously the clear, and then I'm going to use the milky white and the fufu to create a ombre. Okay, so we've also seen a big flood. Ooh, I like that. We saw a big flood of inexpensive gel products hit the market really quickly. Some of these products contain a higher level of a reactive monomer, including Hema. I'm making this an almond shape. So I'm just cutting my tip into the shape that I want. So that's why you'll hear a lot of like Hema-free. Hema is not automatically the devil. The issue is the concentration and the exposure and skin contact over time. The shapiness, I'm doing almond. I find that's just the easiest with having a baby. Felix is 7 months old, so don't want to stab him. There isn't one universal safe percentage that applies to every product because formulation, curing, and usage all matter, but the lower exposure is generally safer, especially when you're doing your own nails. So personally, I prefer Hema-free products, especially like core products. It lowers the risk, especially for frequent wear, and since I do my nails so much, it's kind of important for me to have as low risk as I can. Ooh. My room is at 69, and that is perfect for this, it seems like. Ooh, that is so nice. That's smooth. Okay. So I'm just pushing this up this way. Whoa, I really like the way this is feeling. So, like I said, I'm not doing a full review or anything. This is just kind of like a first impression, just playing with the product. I will do a full review for you guys. And when I do that review, I will sculpt my nails. But right now I'm just using tips because I'm doing something quickly while my baby sleeps. Okay, so you can see I've avoided my skin and I'm just flipping my brush, bending my finger down, and then feathering this up. So milky white is really good for ombre, I think. So I came across a really helpful educational video that I think you guys should check out from Elizabeth at the Nail Hub that visually explains how Hema works in products. And I feel like that is like really good if you like a visual, and I found it helpful and educational. Make sure to link her handle down below the video if you want to learn more on that. Okay, I'm going to be using this Foo Foo Pink now. Some other issues are using lamps that aren't compatible with the gel that you're using. So using like a cheap lamp from Amazon and it's not properly curing your products. Oh, wow. This is very smooth. Not gonna lie. So your nails can like feel hard and cured, but still be under-cured. Then you're wearing partly cured gel on your nails for weeks, which keeps exposing your skin to uncured monomers. So that's why it's important to make sure that your lamp matches your product. I'm too slow here, one sec. So the long-term exposure is what contributes to the allergies. I'm gonna encapsulate this now with the clear and create an apex. Let's chat about other ways that cause this to happen. It's not just like under-cured gel, but also overfiling your nails, overfiling the skin, constantly removing and reapplying the nails. You know, so you're damaging your skin barrier and exposing your skin, even if you don't know, like see that exposure of your skin, you're exposing your skin to the product. You could have micro tears around your skin and cuticle area if you're overfiling that area, if you're over aggressive with your tools when you're prepping. So also applying product on broken skin. So if you're a nail biter, which I totally understand because, you know, you guys have seen my nail biting issue I have. I get it. It's hard. It's really, really hard. You want to grow your nails back. So you want to apply product. But make sure you just don't get it on your skin. Wear tips if you have to. Like, I won't sculpt my nails if they're short and I'm going to potentially get a bunch of product on my skin. It's not worth it to me. I'd rather just use tips. Okay, so here's where I am. I gotta let that dry. I have some time to work on my other nails, so I'll do that. When you're choosing your products, you should be able to get access to, thank you, to the SDS sheets. Reputable brands will either have them available online or be able to email them to you. If a company won't provide that, it's really not worth the risk of using that brand. There's so many other brands out there. So if you want to know like signs of an allergy to look out for, early signs would be itching, burning, redness, peeling, and tiny blisters. You know when you glue a tip on and it just won't stay. Okay, so when it comes to skin contact, like I said, you really want to do your best to avoid touching your skin. So when I say avoid, I kind of mean like do your absolute very best. We need to try our best, but things happen. Spilling products, wiping brush with your fingers, touching gel, uncured gel, these small habits over time, they really add up. Just a reminder to slow down and protect yourself. Work cleaner and smarter. So I wanted to show you guys because I accidentally got it right here. I clean my brush, I'm wiping it dry, and now I'm using the very tip of my brush to push that back onto the nail and away from the skin. So some ways to protect yourself and your clients is to wear gloves, use a dust collector, have proper ventilation. I used to have a ventilated system built into my old space. Don't cure any gel on your skin. So if you get gel on your skin, wipe it off properly before curing the nail, and avoid getting acrylic monomer on your skin. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, especially if you're a nail tech. Thanks for hanging out with me in my studio today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.